So don't go bragging before you verify saying, oh, I got a 98, oh, I got an 87, because you're going to be in a rude awakening. And guess what? Everybody going to know that you cheated, and you're going to get me either out the military. Because in this video, I'm going to tell y'all whether it makes more sense to take the PICAT or the ASVAB. Stay tuned for more and hit the subscribe button. I already know if you're looking at this video, you already have some doubt, some hesitancy, or you're just looking for other options to avoid taking the ASVAB in general. And I'm here to give you the information that you need to make the best decision for you. So I'm gonna give y'all some pros, I'm gonna give y'all cons of the PICAT and contrary to taking the ASVAB. So let's get to it. Let's get with the pros. One of the pros is that you have the option to take the PICAT from either the recruiting office or from the comfort of your own home, which at first I didn't know that you can do that, but you do have that flexibility. All you have to do is contact your recruiter, just tell them the reason why you want to take it from home. Doesn't really matter the reason. They'll send you a access code. You just have to have a particular browser, which is real easy to set up, and then you're good to go. You have the convenience, as opposed to taking the ASVAB. You have to go to a testing center, or you have to go to MEPS, which could be good, but you might have to travel minutes. Mine testing center is 30 minutes away, or you have to go all the way to MEPS. Mine is closest to Tampa, which is an hour and 30 minutes, and some people have to travel further. So that's definitely a big advantage as far as taking the PICAT versus the ASVAB. Let's go to the next one. Another pro is that it is untimed. Although you have 24 hours to complete the PICAT once you start, it's a lot better than having to finish in 3 taking the ASVAB. So it's great for people that have test anxiety and are not considered great test takers or perform well under stress, because when you go to ASVAB, you're going to be in a testing center or at MEPS where you're going to be in a new environment, seeing a lot of different faces that you've never seen before. You're going to be in a situation where things might feel very intimidating, and a lot of external factors could play a part in maybe achieving an underwhelming performance while you're doing your exam. And that could be a lot of added stress, especially when this test actually holds so much weight and is on your record for your rest of your life and plays a big part in your military career for better or for worse. So untimed can create a lot of alleviation of stress and make sure you're in a great peace of mind to finish and complete successfully without any hindrance. Speaking of record, one of the pros is that the PICAT lasts up to 5 years. So the good thing about that, because you might be thinking, why is that a pro? Say you take the ASVAB, you're having a bad day, something happens, and you end up scoring like a 10. Horrible. But guess what? That score lasts on your record for life. You can't change, you can't do anything about it. But with the PICAT score, say life happens for better or for worse, and you're unable to continue your military career or journey, that score gets erased after the 5-year mark, and depending what recruitment office you go to, you are able to retake that test again. Plus, even when you take the PICAT, it does not count against your ASVAB score, which I believe you only get a maximum 3 to 4 times to take it in an entire lifetime. So that's another great point on top of that as well too. Another pro is that it is unsupervised or unproctored, whether you're at home or at the recruiting office, so you don't have to worry about someone looking over your shoulder, as opposed to taking the ASVAB where you have someone monitoring you, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, which can create some level of uneasiness or discomfort and raising your anxiety level, which may lead you to underperform while taking the test. Now, the first con is that if you already took in the ASVAB, then unfortunately you're unable to take the PICAT in any circumstances. Another con is that you must do a verification. There's no exception. So don't go bragging before you verify saying, oh, I got a 98, oh, I got an 87, because you're going to be in a rude awakening when you go to MEPS and you don't get what you get and you fail your verification. You're going to be looking crazy. But the good thing about it is that you have up to 30 minutes to take it, and you normally get 30 to 45 days to verify your score. But trust me, you don't want to wait that long to verify any information, because you're going to forget a lot of stuff. So I will say do everything sooner rather than later. And when I mean sooner, I mean like yesterday when you take the exam. Trust me, it'll benefit you a lot. The next con is random selection. So kind of think of it like jury duty, where you might even pass the verification, but it's a possibility that you still might go into full ASVAB mode, even though you did everything you need to do. It's usually 5 to 10% chance that you might get into full ASVAB, but it is a possibility. So be aware that you still might take the ASVAB even if you successfully verify your score. Another con is higher likelihood of cheating and a moderate to high failed verification rate. And that's one of the main reasons why they have a verification in place for the PICAT. And you might be thinking, it's unsupervised, it's unprompted. Let me Google a little answer here and there. Let me call Siri. Hey, what's 2 + 2 = 5? Okay, bet. Cool. And you might get a 94 on that PICAT. Good job. You're gonna brag to your friends, all that good stuff. And you know what? I want you to cheat. I advocate you cheating, because this is how it's gonna play out. You're gonna go to MEP so confident, looking so good, feeling so refreshed, thinking about looking at all the jobs that you think you're gonna get. You're gonna think, oh, I memorized all the answers on the PICAT, I should be good. And guess what? As soon as you push that start button, bam, it's gonna be completely different tests. You might only see 3 or 4 of those questions that you memorized from that last PICAT that you cheat on, because you don't even know any of the material. And guess what? You're gonna fail that verification, and you're gonna be in a full ASVAB. And know what's gonna happen? You probably didn't know none of the material anyway. So that 94 is gonna go all the way down to like a 22. And guess what? Everybody gonna know that you cheated, and you're gonna get either out the military because you didn't qualify, or all the nice, wonderful jobs that you were bragging about. Guess what? Now you're not eligible for it. So if you are going to cheat, do not cheat at all. Just make sure you know the material, study, and be familiar with it, because if you don't know it, you're going to get exposed when you take that verification. So that's another con for you. All in all, I'm not saying don't take the ASVAB. If you enjoy being in a controlled environment, if test anxiety doesn't really affect your overall performance, you don't mind things being timed, you just want to get everything in and out and be done with it, go ahead, take the ASVAB. But if you are someone that has test anxiety that does affect your test performance, you like to be in an environment that is very controlled, in the sense there's not really too many people there to affect you as far as externally in your mood and this overall peace of mind, or you like doing things from either the comfort of your home or somewhere that's a small closed area with no issue, then I highly recommend taking the PICAT for those reasons as well too. So let me know what you think about the video. Make sure to subscribe button, and I'm out. Gone. Like and share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm out. Gone.